And we are live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new session of the Itty Bitty Kitty Committee. We are coming to you live from a lot of places, I think. I don't know where, maybe nowhere, but we'll find out. Our question of the day for everyone is please describe yourself as a potato. Are you mashed potatoes? Are you a potato where it shouldn't be? I will go first. I'm sorry, Ace. I think I'm gonna steal your thunder. I am a potato with many mushrooms growing out of it. That's just how I feel right now.
It's okay. I'm a tater tot.
You're shredded, made into a small cube, and then deep fat fried?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
that's about right.
All right. I'm those new potatoes, which are the tiny little ones that get chopped into little bits and then fried with pepper and salt.
Is that not a hash brown?
No, because they're not stuck together. Like a hash brown is
Oh,
shredded
okay.
and then put back together again. The new potatoes are usually still individual potato pieces. They're just smaller.
Ugh. Okay,
And they
like
usually keep
crunch
the
'em.
skin on. Yeah,
Mm.
So like diner hash browns,
kinda. Yeah, like if you ever get one of those potato skillets, the potatoes in those.
like fingerling potatoes, the ones that are really small.
But they're shredded.
It's not shred,
Yeah, I
it's
Okay.
think
diced.
Oh. Oh, like breakfast potatoes.
Sure? Home style?
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Those are really good. Uh,
I
Claudia, what about you?
am. I am a well, if I'm not, I aspire to be a smiley. Do you guys know what smileys are?
Yes, they have a little smiley face.
I freaking love smileys. Nice and crispy on the outside and then squishy and fluffy on the inside. And they're cute. And I like to squish them into the ketchup and then the ketchup oozes out of them like they're like they
Like they're
explode.
bleeding from the eyes or
Yeah,
something. Very nice.
I like to do that to my smileys.
That's a little morbid. I mean, you're eating them, so I guess it's cannibalism.
Yeah.
In a
I mean,
bit.
you're never
Yeah.
too old to play with your food.
That's true.
So true.
So true. And now, with that out of the way, let's launch into the latest episode of the Itty Bitty Kitty Committee. Woo! If we had a theme song, this is where it would play. All right. Pretend you
Copyright,
just finished watching a
copyright.
cool video. We find ourselves in an unnamed location in the far north. It is very cold. We see the three of you, Helen, Jane, and Harry. You're all bundled up on a little boat. Who's driving?
Not me.
Yeah,
Harry?
probably not Helen.
Yeah, probably Harry. Harry's the one who's been taking driving lessons from Rose.
Yeah, so we see Harry at the helm of the boat as it sort of slowly trudges through the freezing water. Um, the waves today are sort of rough and white capped, and it is very turbulent. I'm sure Helen, you are not having a good time.
No.
Um, and a light snowfall like sort of drifts through the air, but with the speed of the boat, it sort of whips across your face and leaves icy little lines of pain. But you see the great cluster of glaciers that make up the home of the majestic and rather rude phoenix that Helen you once made a deal with.
Yes.
And as your boat drifts forward, you hear a familiar and very stuck up voice resonate through the ice that goes, "Who dares to enter my domain?"
Hello. It's me again.
Just us.
I have the gift as promised. Please don't eat me.
Oh, it's you foolish mortals from earlier. Come in. And the icebergs sort of drift ominously apart to reveal an entrance into the Phoenix's ice cave.
I don't know how comfortable I am with this, but we're going with it. So, as long as I'm not in the boat anymore, this might actually be a better option. So, all equipment with, grab my bag, I've got all the things, jumping out of the boat as soon as we get close enough that I can jump out and not like drown or hyperventilate before I get there. Yeah. Am I going by
Harry, you're
myself or y'all coming with?
No, you got this.
Thanks. Love you
Harry
too.
will go with you because Jane's staying with the boat.
Well, no, I was just kidding. But we could.
Somebody should stay with the boat.
But Harry, I didn't get to meet them the first time. I want to see what they look like up
Yeah,
close.
but like they might think that you're an offering, and then they might try to steal your magic.
Wait, is that what they do?
They wanted that.
Yeah,
They
kinda
wanted us to
threatened
bring
with that.
some witch so that they could steal the witch's magic, and we were just like, no.
So the agreement we made was that we would keep bringing them magical artifacts, and in exchange, they would, give us stuff to make the artifacts with.
Hmm.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I
And
can
they
stay
still
with the
do
boat.
want us. They do still want us to bring a witch
Yeah,
to steal its magic.
yeah, that
Hmm.
probably shouldn't be you.
Okay. If anything, maybe I should hide.
Oh, just stay with the boat. It'll be
You'll be
fine.
fine.
Okay. I turn into a mouse and I hide.
Okay. So Harry, Helen, do you proceed onwards into the cave?
Yes.
Sure.
And as you do, you see the somewhat familiar jagged spikes of ice sort of rolling beautifully sculpted as if a flame had sort of carved them away. Um, and you go further deeper into the cave, where eventually you come to the phoenix nest, where they are curled up, huge, resplendent, their feathers seeming to glow with fire and burnished gold. And underneath, much less huge and a little awkward, still growing feathers, is a tiny little phoenix chick, all downy fluff, sort of wobbling along awkwardly, falls flat in its face, and the phoenix sort of uses their huge, sharp beak to very gently lift it back up onto its feet. And it
Aww.
turns to you and it's like, mortals, you have come again, and I sense a third presence. Is that an offering to me?
No.
No, that's the person driving the boat. Sorry. Just like last time, it was the two of us and somebody driving the boat. So, yeah, different person
I
though.
see.
Um,
Do you
I
bring
have
offerings to my great majesty?
I do have offerings for your great majesty, O giant flamey one. I have brought for you what is for me a large bracelet, but for you would be a pinky ring, I'm certain. Um, but this, when the special word which I will teach you is spoken, it will turn the wearer invisible. This will
That
help
is
protect both you and your child.
a suitable offering. Give it to me.
If she holds out a claw, I'll slide it on her claw.
Yeah, it like barely fits on the top. And as you do that, a phoenix chick that goes probably about up to your waist. This thing is like small for a phoenix, but it's still fucking big for a bird.
Yeah.
Sort of awkwardly hops up to you and then pecks your foot, and its beak is hard and it hurts.
Ow, 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 ow. Okay, ow, ow. Your trigger word is obfuscate. It lasts for 1 hour per use. It has a 24-hour recharge time. You are invisible to all visual spectrums, but it doesn't make you silent. It doesn't get rid of your scent in case something is following you by scent. But if it's something is following you by heat or infrared, you are still invisible by that. All visual
Hmm.
spectrum.
And then the chick pokes your foot again, and the phoenix sort of
Aren't you
lifts them
adorable?
up with a claw, and then puts them down behind it. It's like, I'm sorry about that. And you can hear the little chick's like, no!
Oh no.
Your mighty brutishness. Um, I can see why you would be very protective of your adorable tiny little danger noodles fluffs.
Danger Noodle. Is that an honorific in the mortal sphere?
Yes, your adorable thing is both adorable and incredibly dangerous. So it's an honorific.
Hmm. I see. Please address me as Danger Noodle from now on as well.
Yes, of course, you most majestic danger noodle.
Okay. And she looks at her claw and she goes, obfuscate, fuck.
Obfuscate.
Obfuscate, thank you. She didn't make that mistake, I did.
Yeah.
And she flashes invisible, and you can, like, still feel the heat radiating off her, but it's like, she's gone. It's weird.
Would you like a
Because,
reflective surface to show that you are not reflecting in that surface, my liege?
I
I
would
don't know. I'm
love
trying to
one.
kiss the ass of a bird. Okay. Um, digging in my purse. Here. Okay. Here we go. Here's a compact mirror. Assume that's a mirror, because I don't actually have
and
one.
you feel something like come closer to you, and the heat intensifies. It's almost uncomfortable. And then it draws back, and it's like they're like, fantastic. Thank you. I will require another artifact soon, but you have pleased me greatly here. Um, and what is she going to give you? She gives you what appears to be the remains of a phoenix shell. A lot more remains than you got last time, actually. This shit is incredibly valuable. You could, like, yeah. This stuff is more precious than, like, fey fruit or gold.
I'm very carefully wrapping it up in like a t-shirt or something and putting it in my bag. Thank you, you most resplendent danger noodle. I appreciate the uh, the exchange. Do you
Of
have a
course,
request
mortal.
for what kind of magic you would like next time, my liege?
Hmm. I would like something to smite my enemies.
Smiting. Got it. Death ray. On it. I've always wanted to build a death ray.
If you would ever like to gaze upon my majesty again, you are most welcome in my lair.
Thank you, my liege.
Oh, most wonderful danger noodle.
Oh, most wonderful danger noodle.
Alrighty.
All right, and then back out while bowing, just being careful not to trip on anything, and then
Nice.
run the fuck away.
Vroom, vroom.
Cool beans. Your clock, the Phoenix demands an artifact, is now empty. The Phoenix is satisfied for now.
Huzzah!
Um, maybe let's not do a death ray, but we'll figure out the details later.
A serious harm ray?
Light scalding ray?
Paralysis ray.
Oh, paralysis ray could be good.
Yeah, that could be
The
fun.
Phoenix did ask to smite her enemies, so we'll see. Give that some time. Okay, so
A love
with
ray? Get the loving.
Ooh, she said
smite your
specifically
enemies with
smiting.
fun.
So, like, something that does bashing damage, like a battering ram. Like a magical battering ram. I have so many ideas!
Or a
So
fucking
many good
pencil gun.
options.
Helen is the
So
whole boat ride back talking about all of her many glorious ideas for smiting, um, and trying her best to creep out the two people also in the boat with her, as she does so.
Jane, you've never been to the Phoenix's lair. How do you feel about all this?
Um, well, Jane you stayed in the boat hidden as a mouse, and honestly, She was like, "It's cold as fuck, bro. I'm gonna take a nap." So
I'm assuming Jane could still hear our
Nap was
conversation
cold.
because the bird is not exactly quiet.
Yeah, no, this is correct.
oh well, if I heard it, I would have been like, "Hmm, interesting," but I don't know if I want to be in this situation that Helen's in.
Beholden to the glorious danger noodle.
Yes.
That's why we're keeping you safe from all this.
I was trying to think of an appropriate thing for a phoenix, and I was coming up with nothing, and my brain only brought up something that I call snakes. And so we just ended up calling a phoenix a snake. But that's fine.
That's fine. Yeah, it
Yeah,
works.
yeah,
Yeah, like long
As long
neck
as the phoenix
birds.
doesn't find out.
yeah. I'm good,
Mm,
right? It's not like the phoenix has a lot of conversations with other mortals. I hope so.
Alrighty, so now that we're done with that, I believe we had discussed earlier. Remember that Red Watch front building you found out yesterday? Not yesterday, last session.
Yeah.
Feels like yesterday. I remember we had talked about wanting to break into that. Is that something we still want to?
Yeah, I'm down to do some crimes.
I would not be opposed to some crimage. I would like to be gay and do crime. So
Alrighty, what is your goal with breaking into the Red Watch front? Like, what do you want to get out of this?
I have two goals. I would like to hear the other people's goals first, though.
Jane is
Uh,
curious to learn more about that person who contacted us in the first place. Like, to get down to the bottom of it.
Well, it's less they contacted you and more about they were trying to figure out where you are, and then Harry did the magical equivalent of grabbing them and dragging their conscious towards you. But
And then there
yes,
Yeah.
was a violent shaking, and then, yeah.
yeah.
probably Harry would be. Um, I hate to say it that it's like for the prestige of doing it, but also like just to kind of like you try to find me, I'm gonna find you. Like,
I'm going to show you you're not as safe as you think you are. Nah, 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 nah.
nah, 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 nah. Even
Yeah,
though like this is a bad idea, frankly.
yeah. It's a horrible
Um,
idea.
but I think also part of it is to just like figure out if there's a way to get the Red Watch's eye off of like Rara Avis so that Rara Avis can like go back to just vibing instead of having their kids all the way like out with the exiled.
What about you, Helen?
Um, my goal is twofold. First, I want to cripple them as much as possible. If that means deleting a server, um, you know, that's the main thing that comes to my mind. But I understand that witches don't use electronics like that. But obviously, they have some witches there that are unbound. Um, my opinion is if we can get their eyes looking internally, then they're gonna have less time looking externally. Does that make sense?
So you want to destroy as much shit as possible, and what was the other thing? Sorry.
Yeah, I want to sabotage them by destroying as much shit as possible, and then try to leave the trail where their eyes are turned internally
One might
as
say
opposed to
that you
So
want
make
externally.
to
it.
start a witch hunt.
But within, so that they're
Yeah.
so busy working on their own shit, they leave everybody else the fuck alone. Pardon my
So you're gonna
Frenchings.
sow suspicion within the ranks.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Alright, so now that I have your goals, you guys know from Harry's vision last session that there's a front for the Red Watch, within a building with a big sign that says Reliable Energy Company. And with a little help of Redacted on Google Maps, you're able to figure out where that is. Um, and it's really far out from like the main through. It's sort of like along a highway. There's like a bar nearby. It's sort of like
It's a bit of a
dingy,
drive.
dead end. Gas station. About it. Reliable Energy Co. Um, yeah, that's what you know about at the moment. What do you want to do to like scope out or prepare?
Um, I would like to request that we use our new contact that we just got from our Coven leveling up,
Oh, yes.
the cat
Um,
burglar, to get some advice on how to properly burgle this place, or
yeah,
how
tell,
Yeah.
tell me
how to
tell me about it.
appropriately break in and break back out safely is mainly my goal.
Okay, so where do you think a good place to meet with your new cat burglar friend would be?
Oh, you said there was a bar right next door? Totally there.
Is everyone going or is it just Helen?
Anybody?
Hello?
Bueller?
Oh,
Huh?
I thought you were rolling a dice to decide.
No,
Yeah.
sorry, I was asking. And I think this is up to
Uh,
you, Helen. Do you want to take the crew along or have it just be you?
I'm up for them coming along if they want because it's everybody's contact, obviously not just mine. In fact, it's
uh-huh.
originally Harry's. So if anyone wants
Yeah.
to come along, I'm good with it. But if not,
I think Harry would want to go along.
Yeah.
Um,
getting to know them, consuming alcohol, planning crime, all in the same time in the same location. Multiple, feeding two birds with one scone kind of thing.
Oh, that's a nicer way to put it.
I like that. That's fun. Um, yeah. So I think Harry will like I don't know contact Catherine and be like, hey, we're trying to plan a bit of like an information heist slash like maybe planting some shit in their computers. Oh well, plant planting some evidence or something, I guess, to like sow suspicion within their ranks so that like eyes get off of our people. Do you like I
You
know
want a
you're more
beer?
of a cat burglar, but like you want to get together and talk things out?
And Catherine DeMeow, I'm sure, is a very hard person to get a hold of. But what's the little trick you have, Harry? Like, how do you catch her attention?
Messenger cats.
Oh, incredible. And I'm sure you have Jane's help for that, right?
Yeah, now Jane, like it used to be a lot more complicated, but now Jane just kind of goes, "Hey, yo, do you think you can get this to Catherine Demure?"
And the cats are like meow 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 meow, and that's that.
Speaking of animals has been incredibly useful for making animals shit on people Jane doesn't like.
It
And
works.
deliver messages, apparently, now.
Yes.
Gotta do what
Um,
you gotta do.
so, it is now, I think it's 8 p.m. Friday night. You guys are in the dingy little dive bar next to Reliable Energy Co. It's called Gustav's. It's up in the front with big, sort of faded lettering. I think um, the S is missing, so it's just Gustav's. Um, but it's sort of it's not a place you usually want to be. Like, there's a bunch of like beer bottles littered on the floor.
Oh,
One of the
perfect.
tables is like broken clean in half. Like maybe someone jumped on it. But it's pretty busy tonight, and I think the demographic is sort of like probably like college student aged, pretty rowdy. But the three of you are you like sitting in a booth or at the bar?
Totally booth in the back.
Um,
It's got to be a booth in the
Probably in
back.
a booth, yeah, in the back. Because
Yeah.
you don't want to be
Tradition
sitting at the
dictates we
bar
should also be
with
wearing
a lot of
hoodies.
students around. They're gonna be a mess.
So yeah, you guys are sort of in a booth in the back. It's a little shadowy, a little out of the way. And they exclusively serve shitty beer. Like they do not have a beer here that is not shit. And peanuts. That's it.
Okay, but the real question is, did they have at least hard liquor that will fuck us up?
Oh, they have that. Yeah. So do I see the group with like a line of shots in front of them?
Yeah, probably.
There's at least one drop shot drink in front of Helen that's half finished,
Oh god, yeah.
Nice.
and a couple
Yeah,
of other
and
shots.
there's country music playing really loud over the speakers.
The only downside to this location.
The only downside shut.
Everything else of this place is perfection. Oh,
Rip. But as you guys are sitting there with your shots and the ever grating country music that you just have to keep drinking to forget, you see Catherine Demew, cat burglar, sort of saunter up to you. She's sort of wearing a short black skirt, a little lacy button up, and she's wearing like weeb cat ears, but she makes them look good. And sort of smoky eyeshadow. Like she's sort of the type of person that like if you got robbed by her, you would thank her for it. Um,
So what you're describing sounds an awful lot like a cat costume that some college student put together for Halloween.
and then just decided to
exactly, and
keep
it just
wearing.
became her identity.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, I can get behind
And
this. Helen's having a little bit of a heart
she's a pretty
palpitation
well
issue.
renowned cat burglar.
Yeah. She
Okay. I'm gay, I'll accept this.
She saw a trope and she went with it.
Damn
This
straight.
Yeah.
seems right to me.
No one will suspect the person who's obvious.
Yes, exactly.
um, and she slides in the bar, and she's like, "Wow, what a perfect little place. You guys have chosen out. So I heard you needed a little help with a robbery, a little cat burgling, you could say."
Well, my
We've
dear.
been through a lot together, Cat. And this place brings back some memories.
Sure does. I remember when you got. Remember when Ray was sort of holding you? They had a keg over here. Sorry, I'm just making.
Uh,
And Ray was
you know,
holding you upside down over it. I still don't know how you like don't actually get that drunk. It's amazing.
well, it helps that I don't have blood.
So blood alcohol content wouldn't be an issue for you. It would be
Yeah.
sponge alcohol content because you're mostly
Yeah,
spongy.
so I can hold a lot more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fascinating.
that doesn't sound that clawful.
Uh, I personally would love to see you doing a keg stand, Harry. I think that would be amazing.
We brought this on ourselves.
Yes. Of our own free will, did we walk down this dark
we,
path?
we, we asked for this.
We did ask for this.
Yes, we
Okay,
did.
I'll keep my groans to a minimum now.
I'm
Okay.
gonna
I've
try.
been
I can't
groaning
make
just
any
as much as
guarantees.
you have, Claudia.
Huh?
I've been groaning just as much as you have, and I was considering having the week that she can't stop talking in puns.
But it is our
um,
fate now.
Yes.
this is our fate. But yeah, so I think that Harry will give as much information as possible from like their vision that they had, and just call it like, oh, I did some surveillance. Because I don't know that Catherine knows that they're an unbound witch.
Let me roll something. Give me a second to pull up some dice. Actually, I have dice. Physical dice. Wow. What foresight. Let me roll something.
You go roll whether they're a witch because they don't really have to be a witch.
Well, no, I'm not rolling about Cat. I'm rolling about if Cat knows about your Baba, which I got a 5, so she knows a little bit, but not everything. And she's like,
Like probably knows that I'm a witch, but doesn't necessarily know that I'm unbound.
okay, so Cat knows you're a witch, but she doesn't know you're unbound.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to resolve that.
Cool. Well, that wasn't about that, but sure, I'm down for that.
Oh, no? Okay. Calm.
Almighty GM. So
Almighty Danger One.
we just want some advice and suggestions on how to go about this best, because we need to take them down.
Alrighty, I'll see what I can do. And she's going to rack her brain, and I'm going to roll 3 dice for her because she's like an expert at this, for how well she can advice and.
Because as I've learned from college classes, people can know something a whole heck of a lot, but their ability to communicate it to others in such a way that they can understand it, that's the key.
All right, so I got a 6.
Nice.
So I think she can communicate it pretty well.
Excellent.
The thing is, Comprehensible doesn't actually know a whole lot about burglary, so I would have to do some research on how to actually do larceny.
So then just say she gives you information and you can use that.
So exactly. She gives you lots of helpful information on how to up your larceny game. And I'd say for this mission, for larceny related things where you can justify Cat having given you advice, I'm gonna give everyone a free push themselves. So just tell me like what Cat told you, and then you can get an extra dice for free.
Sweet.
Or trade position for it.
All right.
Yeah.
To flavor it, can I show Kat, since that roll I made like in the text chat, can I show Kat my disguise kit and be like, huh? And then she gives pointers on it that would like justify the free push.
Yeah, and she's sort of going out of it, and she's like, wow, the cat's out of the bag. This is pretty impressive.
Every time I take a sip.
Oh, but actually, you see the hair here? That's actually, people are gonna see right through that. I'll tell you where to get like actual fake looking hair. And she spends like 10 minutes lecturing on you on believable wigs.
I'm writing it down. Notes.
I'm also writing down notes because believable wigs are fun for other things. So, da-da-da-da-da-da. Hi.
What?
Just smile and nod, Comp. It's much safer if you just smile and nod.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Is that the end of your conversation with Catherine Demue, or do we anything else to end it off?
I would like to think that we continue to drink with her and pay for her beverages for a while, and then we all stumble home.
Yeah,
and
everyone
do not
but
drink
Harry
drive.
is trashed.
Yeah.
Harry's a little drunk.
Make sure everybody else gets home.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harry's the responsible one here. And I think when she gets drunk, Catherine Demue just tells you all about how much she loves her girlfriend.
Aww. I'm so there. Every word. I can't have a relationship. My ex ruined me for all other humans, so I just like living vicariously through other people.
That's so sad. But we're going to karaoke, Helen. Come on, you've gotta live a little.
No, no, I don't want to hurt other people with my singing.
That's
It's
impossible.
karaoke, Helen. You don't have to be good at singing.
Yeah, don't stop.
Believe it. Hold on to that feeling.
I liked him. This is just going over shitty country music.
Oh yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not even
we
playing at
haven't gone to
the.
karaoke yet. We're just singing in the car.
Alrighty. So you guys have talked to Catherine Lemieux. Is there anything else you guys would like to do? Prepare?
It's always a good idea to like scope out the place physically, at least to drive around.
Hmm.
I
Like
think Harry's gonna put on their their plumbing outfit.
their infamous plumber outfit.
The infamous plumber outfit.
And then like, get buzzed in and everything.
All right, let's see what that looks like. So you get on your plumber outfit. What hour of day do you go in?
Probably like 8:30 in the morning.
Okay, so you go in at 8:30 in the morning. You walk into the lobby. It looks very professional, a little run down, but like mostly clean, tiled floor, speckled ceiling tiles, one edge of a little bit's crumbled off. Um, and there's a little front desk with a room behind it, and you see there's someone sitting at it. Wait, I always use this trope. Why do I always put a receptionist? Who knows? What's going on? One day maybe I won't.
There's always a
Um,
receptionist.
there's always a
Yep.
receptionist. Everyone has.
There's always need for a plumber.
um, and he looks up at you as you walk in and he smiles and he's like, "Hi, welcome to Reliable Energy Company, where we get your energy 24/7. Do you have an appointment?"
Yeah, I was called sometime last week. I haven't been able to make it out until now. To unclog one of your toilets. My
Oh
schedule
wow, let
fully
me
booked
um let
until
me check my appointment list. And he sort of goes in, he comes through, and he's like, "Oh, actually we did call for a plumber last week. I could just bring you back?"
Yeah, that works for me.
Right. Okay, this way. And he leads you back into the building. And he's like, "All right, just wait here a second and I'm going to go check in with my boss, okay?" And he leads you like a little waiting room.
I think this is not the normal way of things, and so Harry's getting a little bit tweaked out and is like, actually I gotta go grab something from my van. I left most of my tools out there because I didn't want to be smelling up your lobby while I was waiting, but I'm gonna go get those now.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Just take your time. Do you go out to your
Yeah.
and as soon as you turn around, you feel something hard and cold hit your back.
Fuck.
Girl from Ivanema.
And you hear him say, "I wouldn't move if I were you. I don't really want to hurt you. Just come with me."
I I will. Oh God. Um, I'm gonna use my Baba powers and use Helm of Darkness to merge into the underworld invisibly.
To
All right,
exit
is that a
stage left.
concentrate thing?
Yes, it is.
Alrighty, so you are in a risky situation, so I will need you to roll focus for that. Your
Uh-huh.
position, I think, is this is pretty desperate, honestly. Um,
Yeah.
and your effect, I think, is standard. If you pull this off, I think you'll be able to get away.
Uh-huh. I think I'm gonna push myself. Um, and then I think that gives me 2 dice.
Cool. Give that a roll.
fuck? 2 6s.
God
Yo,
damn.
critical. Hell yeah. So you don't just get away, you get away with style. Describe to me like the radicalness.
So I think Harry actually like melts into the underworld and leaves behind like a husk of their body.
An
Just
unrecognizable
like a
husk, right?
copy of themselves made entirely out of mushrooms that then like disintegrates into nothing.
And you
Dude.
hear as that happens, the guy goes, "Holy shit!"
You have
And
to
he
do the evil
pokes the pile
cackle.
with his foot. And he's like, "Is that? Are they dead?" And you can hear them having a little meltdown over in that corner of the office.
And I leave. Fully leave.
Alrighty. You have learned that maybe they caught on to the whole plumber thing.
Lame. Very lame. I should be allowed to be a plumber at all times. Oh fuck.
It just has to get a different color coveralls.
Just not the red ones this time.
Yeah.
I'm
Um
wondering, Jane and Helen. Harry, I assume you tell Jane and Helen about this.
oh yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Let's do a little scene with that.
So I went to check the place out, right? And you know, put on my infallible plumber disguise.
Infallible.
And
Infallible.
they caught on to me. Uh
No.
yeah, they kind of shook me. And then I hopped into the underworld and I was fine, but like I was not able to do as much reconnaissance as I would have liked.
Hmm. That's disappointing. I can't do much recon with my equipment. But Jane, do you think you could maybe do some recon? Like at least scope
Yeah.
the place out a little bit?
I mean, I can always do, the aerial drone that is Sweet Pea
Hmm.
and do a flyby. Um, which I think that would be good too, so we can at least see the backside, see if there's like a
Yeah, it's summer.
docking
And
bay.
Sweet Pea would totally like there would be no surprise with hummingbirds in the area.
Yeah, and I'll tell her to fly a little bit higher than she might normally do, just in case.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Alrighty. Let's do some sort of roll for that. It's a fortune roll. I don't think there's a lot of risk here. But what sort of roll do you think it would be for like aerial reconnaissance?
Let's take a look. I think it would just has to be survey.
Yeah, that works for me.
I only got one tick in that. So we'll do one dice. Okay. Do I want to use this dice? No. Use my panda dice. Ooh, 5.
5. Okay. So Soupy, does a couple circles of the building. Um, Looks pretty normal from like Sweet Pea's point of view. Um, Trying to think what useful. There is roof access. You guys can fly, so that might be helpful. Um, and then you notice sort of towards like the back lower part of the building, some of the windows are like a little oddly spaced. Like maybe there's something going, like maybe there's something interesting in there.
Hmm.
What were you hoping to get out of this lap? Sorry, I should have asked this first.
Well, mostly just like, points of interest and egress. Like if it has like a docking, like I was like thinking like a docking bay, so like that would be a big interest, like in the back or something. That's a good way to get out. Um, if it is, how many stories it is.
Oh, okay. So I would say it's not a huge building. I would say maybe 5 stories, but still pretty big. Sort of grayish, brownish concrete, brutalist, not very pretty. There is actually a truck docking bay in the back. Um, Currently, there's like a Coca-Cola truck parked there.
Okay. Interesting.
And let's see, yeah.
Okay. So Sweet Pea specifically clocked that there's like maybe an irregular like room because its windows look different than the other ones. So it was a
Yes.
special room.
And the
Okay.
windows are they look like they can open, but like not very much. Like maybe
Okay.
if you were small, you could squeeze through.
Okay. Got you. Okay. I relay that like when Sweet Pea gets back, good job, Sweet Pea. Feed her, whatever is a healthy thing to feed them. I'm not sure, so I'm not gonna say jelly beans.
I think like sugar water, right?
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah, usually.
Oh yeah. I don't. Yeah. Okay. A little vial. Jane always has a little vial of sugar water.
And Sweet Pea does a little hummingbird dance,
Nice.
like happiness.
And I relay, okay, so this is what Sweet Pea saw, you know, all that information. We have a couple of options, I think. It's what we want to actually do.
And we cut to the gang around the table in the back of the game store. A single light bulb hanging over them. Planning montage music starts playing. That
Eh,
sweet, sweet saxophone, I
it is
think.
what it is. So, training montage of us planning. There's just a
Yeah,
montage.
sorry, planning montage.
Okay.
That's what I meant to say.
So there's just a montage of us doing the planning bits.
Yeah, so what sort of what's the plan of attack here?
The plan is to attack. No, I'm sorry.
Well, not the
Uh,
front door.
no, not the front door.
That was
Not
a
as
mistake.
plumbers.
No.
Not
Not
for
as
this
I
one.
plumbers.
I have the ability to lock, unlock, or hold open a non-magical door, box, or portal, right? So how about if I unlock and open one of those back windows, and you, Jane, and Harry, since you can become a lot smaller than I am, can shimmy your ways in. That could be a way in, and then we can use the roof exit as an exit, or we could go in through the roof and out through the window, whichever you prefer. But I would just need you guys to let me in at some point.
Mhm. I was thinking, since we have it, to kind of work what you're saying, is we could do the window thing, but we could open. No, well, I don't know. It could be risky, but I'll just tell you anyways.
Okay.
Like
Can
we
we
could
all
have.
use the? How does the invisibility potion work again?
Oh, let me pull it up here. I have 4 segments of invisibility potion. It makes you invisible to visual spectrums for 10 minutes.
Mhm.
I was gonna say we could open one of the docking bays and we could have our van like disguised as a stocking truck of some type. Then that would also be a way to exit. And in case we need to transport something heavy.
Well, if we want to, we could potentially just do like the Helm of Darkness thing. I know I've been using it a lot lately. But like it worked pretty well.
Yeah, but they followed us into there last time. That's why we ended up accidentally damaging it.
I feel like underworld thing might not be the move considering, you know, that's where that rogue agent
There's
seems
not
to have
very
some
much
type of domain.
Yeah.
there's not very much that I can do besides that. Like it's either that or beat people up and
Oh yeah, but we
You
have
can
ways
change your
to get
body
in
size
there.
though, and you can get in there.
yeah, but I don't know how to keep everybody safe is the thing.
Do your best. That's all we ask of you.
Yeah, like we're given ways to like get in there that don't involve that though in this scenario. And we don't really know if we're going to fight anybody. We might actually be successful in sneaking for once.
Especially if we do this at like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, less chance.
True.
Even night crew gets sleepy around 2.
True. Um, can we like retcon it a little bit that I checked out like the residence there?
Hmm? Checked out which
Uh
resonance?
like the resonance.
Oh.
Like whether or not
Okay, yeah,
there's
while you were there, you checked. Perfect, yeah. That's a little flashback. That's probably zero stress. It makes sense that you've done it.
Mhm.
Um, so you're sort of feeling out the resonance, and you can feel there's sort of a line drawn in the dirt. This is another Baba's territory. Um, and as such, you can't really feel much past that line. You would need to step inside to know more.
well like when I was in there.
Oh, when you were in there, you sort of felt it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, sort of corresponding with that weird window place that Jane felt, you're feeling like a good bit of underworld energy coming from that. Yeah. Actually, it's a little
Oh,
similar to Helen's vial.
okay.
I'm sorry,
Oh
what?
right, that's why we wanted to go here was because we wanted to fuck that shit up.
Yes, yes, because we knew that there was a connection between that and the, the horrible thing, the anti-magic.
Yes, that's what we wanted to do. I forgot.
Which, by the way, how did my research turn out on trying to find out, studying the difference between the dirt in the underworld that had been dripped upon and the dirt that had not been dripped upon?
When you're doing research, the dirt that had not been dripped upon, like, has little microbes in it. A little,
Like
the dirt
like
had
dirt should.
not, yeah, little microbes, sort of just healthy, normal dirt. And
Yep.
the dirt that had not been, the dripped upon dirt, was just devoid of life. Completely.
Mhm. Okay, that's creepy. Thank you. So if this place has that kind of resonance, we need to be extra careful.
Mhm. Uh, okay. Did we fit? Oh, I thought you were also looking into a way to like contain it or something.
Yes, but I had all we know is that it like I can put it in a glass jar or in a plastic container and it doesn't seem to eat its way out of either of those things. So it's contained within those. I didn't try it with metal because of potential corrosive
Yeah.
behavior. I don't want to accidentally create a battery.
Yeah.
Like when you put pasta in an aluminum pot.
What?
What?
If you put pasta with red sauce in an aluminum pan and put an aluminum
Oh, yeah, yeah.
sheet of
Oh,
on
yeah,
top
with
of it,
this with the tomatoes.
yeah, it accidentally becomes a battery. I didn't want to accidentally create a battery, so no metal. I haven't tested it on metal, but I
Mhm.
have tested it with glass and plastic, and it doesn't eat its way through either of those things yet.
Okay.
Cool. Um, so you guys are going to break in at 2 a.m. Are you going through the roof or the bottom window?
Odd says roof, even
I
says bottom window.
prefer I would prefer if we could all stick together. So because
Roof
of
then.
that, I would say probably let's all go through the roof because I don't want to leave Helen on her own.
Okay.
Cool. So we see
I'm
you
really
all
worried
get up
about
to the
her.
roof, with Jane ferrying each other, all of you, on the skateboard. It's pretty easy to get up there. But I will add that you all are crossing the Babas territory line. Is that something?
So the Baba will know that we have crossed her line?
Yes.
I thought that was the way that things worked in the Fey playbook. I didn't think that that was the way it was. Oh, wait. I know what ability you're talking about. Right. Okay.
Are me and Helen, do we know about any of this as like non-Baba witches? Like, does this
Do
mean
you
anything
like?
to
Are
us?
you extending your magical sense into it, or do you know like about how it works?
Yeah, but I'm asking, like, do we?
Do you?
Well, I would check what
Well,
is
I
the
guess,
resonance of this item or place of power, because that's my grimoire sense. I do that whenever we go on a heist. So is this place
Yeah. The
Baba energy?
this place of power, you feel it. It very clearly belongs to someone else. It is not yours.
Alrighty then. I'm going to try to keep my probing that to a minimum then.
mine is if I can see if anything's obscured or altered. So,
You feel that like the fundamental energy of this place is obscurement. But you sort of knew that already.
They're hiding who they are.
Alrighty, we ready to go in through the roof?
Oh yeah.
Cool. It's sort of a cloudy night. A chill wind drifts through, cutting the summer heat. We see you three silhouettes on the roof. There's no moonlight to dramatically silhouette you, but it still looks cool. Probably against the sort of dim orange lights on the roof. Um, there's a little door. It is of course locked. Helen, tell me how you make work of that.
I have the ability called Arcane Supremacy. One essence. For one essence, I can unlock a non-magical door, box, or portal.
Cool. Yeah, you want to do that?
Yep, spending one essence and it goes click.
And the
No
door
lock
swings
can
open.
contain me now. Sorry, we continue.
And there's a little stairwell leading down. And now I need to roll your engagement roll to see how we start off this heist. So let's see. You get one dice for luck, of course. Um, you did pretty good scoping out this place, so I'm gonna give you another dice. And you have an ally on your side, so I'm gonna give you another dice. But you guys are significantly outclassed here in terms of tier and power, so I'm gonna take away dice. So that gives you two dice.
Fair.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sure.
Oh, ooh, nice. That is a 6. You guys start in a controlled position. So let's see, what does that look like? You guys go through like a few floors. You're trying to get to the bottom floor, I assume, where you guys saw the weird window.
Yeah.
And the
We
place is. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted.
The
I
place is sort of mostly empty. Like, probably it's 2 a.m. Most people have gone home. There's a couple of very normal looking office cubicles. And then as you go you go through a very thick locked door, which I'm just gonna assume opens as part of Helen's thing. You don't have to mark off an essence for that.
Excellent.
You come to a different set of offices, where it looks basically the same as the other ones, except they have Red Watch screensavers. Very subtle. Um, and there's all bunch of like weird sort of scary shit lying around. Oh, Helen,
Regular,
what's up?
regular everyday computers with Red Watch screensavers.
so there are
Can
ones
I
involved
fry
in the
them
Red
just by
Watch.
walking past them?
Mmm.
Well,
So you're sort of just running your hands along the computers as you're walking
Yep.
by?
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
but also like, what if there's alarms that
Okay,
would
I'll
get
do that
tripped
when we
if
exit.
ride.
I'll do this when we exit.
Let's do it the other way around.
Okay. But you said there was some
Um,
scary looking stuff just laying around?
Yeah, like shit, like, stun batons, badges.
Oh,
Um,
as much of this shit as possible is going in my backpack. I would love a collection of stun batons and badges. And
Oh
I'm
my god.
sure the people over at Rara Avis would have use for this information.
Yeah, I imagine like there's like a Red Watch jacket, like the official logo, and like a bat. You're just wearing that.
Oh, yes. Yes, I am.
Somebody's gonna come into work tomorrow and be like, "Where's my work cardigan?"
A lot of people are gonna be like, "Where's my fucking work card?"
Where's
But
my
Jane,
my
work
handcuffs? I
cardigan.
have no idea.
Like, 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 like in offices when it's too cold, and so you go and you wear your work cardigan so that you're actually warm enough to think.
Yeah,
but
I had
Jane, as
dedicated
you're
space.
there, you are sort of standing as Helen is just filling up her bag with all this shit. But then you notice one of the cubicle lights is still on. And a voice calls out from inside, like, "Hey, is anyone there?"
No?
Claudia, tell me you're not.
No, okay, no, I'm not saying that.
That'd be funny though.
Um, so a cubicle light, so like the square thingies, but is it open like our room, or is like an open floor plan that has like actual little squares in it?
Yeah, like how tall is the
Yeah.
walls on these cube
Yeah, is
farms? Are
it
we
like an
talking
office or a cubicle?
like a
Yeah, like are
three
It's
foot
somebody
or a
already
5 foot?
looking at us?
it's not terribly high. If they stood up, they would probably see you, but they're not standing up right now unless you do something about it.
Drop to the floor.
I'm already short.
All
Yeah.
three of you just shoop.
More and more, I'm wondering if I should have brought Flit instead of Harry.
So all three of you
Uh,
drop to the ground.
Yeah.
Could you guys make me a group prowl check, please? Risky standard.
I would like to state for the record that having worked in cube farms at night by myself in the past, it is creepy and it's like that lineal place thing. So they're already probably creeped out whether or not they heard something.
Fair. So when we're doing a group prowl check, so actually, who's leading that? I think
Yeah.
Jane, you're leading that.
Ooh, okay. Since I spotted them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone, please roll me prowl.
So I got 3.
I had a 5.
I also had a 5.
Okay, so as a success with complications, um, as you see a sort of scrubby looking dude, sort of unshaven, sort of stands up, scans the office, doesn't seem you, but like seems sort of like a little unnerved, and he sits down and reaches for a phone, and he's like, hey, could I think I heard a noise. Could like someone else come and check this out?
Harry looks like morphs a little bit to like fully be like the most eldritch version of themselves. It goes and like stands right over the cubicle and like looks down at
And he looks up, and then he's like,
Alice Steven.
and then he fucking drops the phone. Is like, yeah, and his chair goes clattering backwards. And
And
he's
it shrinks
scrabbling.
down to nothing, and so when he looks back, there's nothing there.
And he's like, and he picks up the phone. He's like, send something up quick. We've got a containment breach,
Oh
level
no.
6. I'm going to start a 4 o'clock. which is reinforcement. Like, this place gets fucking packed. You guys have limited time.
He said
Uh-huh.
containment breach.
A containment
That
breach.
means that there's something in here that's contained. Let's let it out, shall
Sounds
we?
more like the child.
Okay.
Oh God, yes, they're the ones who invented the child. What if it's more
Yep.
things like them? Oh, we've definitely got to let them out.
To can
Let's go
I
save some children.
buy some time?
Did the child get a name?
They were going to tell you one, but I don't believe they've told you yet. But I think Jane had
Okay.
something.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, to buy some time. So the guy like does his little thing, like he's like, oh, containment breach. Can I knock him out and then turn into him and be like, I'm sorry, Joe, but I just freaked myself out, man. I'm seeing things in the shadows. You know, my wife left me, and I've been working, I've been working 72-hour shifts, dude. I've had fucking 10 coffees today. I'm doing bad, bro. You want to hear about it? And then Jane waits here if they answer.
So I think the knocking out is trivial. You can do that. It just sort of like he's just a scrubby little office worker, just and
Yeah,
he's
just
on
hit
the
him with the
ground.
back of my axe.
Yeah,
Not
but I think
the
I'm
sharp
gonna
bit, the other bit.
yeah, but I think I'm gonna need some sort of role for like selling the bit, you know?
That
Okay,
would be what?
I think,
Sway, I think.
yeah, sway, and I
Wait.
just
Sway.
put 3 into sway.
Yeah, this is
Nice.
risky standard. Nice.
Okay, so I got 3 dice. Yeah, I've been working towards a goal. Specialization, I know her.
Sway.
Nice.
Okay, well, I got a 1, but I got a 5. There's a maximum. 5, 4, and a 1. 5.
Okay, so that's a success with complications. And the guy's like, Ted, like, I know you've been doing pretty bad. It's okay, man. We're here for you. But I think you're off your meds again, so I'm gonna have to send up like an EMS team. Like, you need to stop doing
Oh,
this. Like,
no, not again,
you
man. It's
can't
so
come into work drunk
embarrassing.
again. No,
No.
come on, man. This is a fucking intervention or some shit. Come on.
Oh, no, dude.
And he
You
hangs up.
too? Oh, nah. Okay, but so that I think that's better than sending the whole
Yeah, instead of
like SWAT team.
a stomp squad, whatever they're called.
It's just an EMS group. We can handle that.
Yeah, but they are gonna find the guy passed out on the floor if you guys don't do anything.
Because of
Oh,
too much drugs.
yeah, if anything, that
Yeah,
So
makes
he's
even
passed
more
out because
sense.
of too much drugs.
Okay, I'm
Passed
gonna
out from too
like
much drugs.
the guy said that he's like come like fucked up before, so I'm gonna look in the desk for like any pills, drugs, or like alcohol or whatever, and I'm gonna
that's
just put
pretty
it by
easy to
him.
find. There's a
Drugs
pretty
made
extensive
broke.
collection.
I do
Works
that,
for
Brew.
man drugs.
Well, like those trucker things that keep you awake.
Stims. Yeah.
Yeah, like stuff like that. If you mix that with alcohol, you're fucking yourself up.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
that's a
anyways,
hospital visit.
yeah, I'm opening everything up. I'm like, yeah.
Splash a little
Heartbeat.
alcohol in on him, put a bottle in his hand.
hmm
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm pulling all the information that Kat gave me. Yes, perfect crime scene. I go like real Rain Man
Yo!
on it
So are you using your disguise kit? Should this be a roll with your free push yourself?
to like how amazing it looks.
How convincing this is. Like, is the EMS team gonna notice the giant bump on his head? Or they're just be like, yeah, this man has done so many drug. We should take him away.
Or would they think giant bump on head is from falling down because take so much drug?
Yeah,
Yeah,
instead of
Fair.
like thinking
just
giant
just
bump
hit
is
head on desk on way down from too many drug. Obviously.
this is how people think in their brains.
Yeah.
This is so normal.
Occam's razor, whatever we feel is the most easiest explanation we believe.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna roll. You probably don't need a roll for that then, because you just sort of arrange him out with some stim stuff, a little bit of alcohol in his shirt. Place smells reeks. This place reeks now. It's gross. Um,
And then we quickly
but
exit stage left.
you guys are gonna have to clear out pretty quickly. So you could
Yeah.
keep going down the
So
stairs.
we're
You
gonna
could
keep going towards the weird window thing.
Yeah, we're trying to get to that room.
nice. Um, yeah, so you keep going down the stairs. It's another few floors down. Stuff in between like isn't really that interesting. Like sort of empty hallways. Um, weird
Creepy
shit you don't
offices.
really want to mess with. Uh, but eventually, you come to sort of the level, probably like level 2, where you saw the weird window. And you come to a door. And this one is like way better secure than all the other ones. Like this is some heavy duty magical mojo that's keeping this door shut. What's the plan?
I'm gonna try my cat kit
Um,
first.
yeah, right?
My phone like artifact that disrupts and frazzles mundane technology.
All
But you said
right,
this is a
give me a
magical door,
roll.
correct?
Yes, very powerful magical door.
Alright, so it can at least unlock potentially the mundane part of it. I'm not sure how to unlock the magical part. What kind of resonance is the magic on this door? Because that's one of the things I can sense.
This is Arcanist made.
Oh, so Helen's petting the door, whispering sweet nothings to it, because its secrets will soon be hers. And I am going to study the bejesus out of the magic that's in this door so that I can A, turn it off, and B, recreate it later.
Alrighty, give me a study roll. Um, this is probably risky standard.
Alright. Oh! Oh! Double sixes!
Two
Hello,
sixes?
baby! Yes!
Let's go! That's a critical, baby! Um, and you look at it and you understand. Like every little, you see, like in front of you, floating, like the number shit, like the way the circuit works. And oh, look, there's a little spot where you can just sort of reach over and slide and click. Oh, that's clever. You wouldn't have noticed that if you weren't as good as an arcanist as you are.
Oh, aren't you pretty? I'm going to take all of your magic and use it for myself later.
But you guys just watch as like Helen gigabrains this shit and turns that off. And what's left is a very thick iron door that just slowly creaks open. What's the plan, Stance?
I gesture
I
dramatically
think
for the others to enter.
Harry will go first. Um, I want to check the underworld residence and see if this is the room that we've been looking for.
This is the room you can looking for. It hits you full blast. The sort of strangeness, the wrongness that you've felt so often, unfortunately. And the door creaks open, and you find yourself in a full blown laboratory. There is all sorts of strange equipment lining the walls. Um, Sort of these vials with a lot of this weird black swirling liquid. And at the center of the whole lab is an enormous cylinder made of glass, almost the size of a house, a small house, but a house nonetheless. And it's filled with this sort of shimmering liquid, with little bubbles rising up in it. And suspended in the center is this huge mass, um, avian form, um, actually sort of shaped like your phoenix, but instead of beautiful red feathers, It seems to be composed entirely of this black, goopish, night black substance that you guys have seen on the child and in your vial.
Um,
Well, we know where they came from.
can I talk to it?
I suggest you do, while I start collecting all the little vials of the black goo and pouring them into one container that I can seal. It needs to be able to be
Yeah,
sealed.
so I think Harry's gonna walk up and put their hand on the glass.
And
And
you
try
put
to
your hand on the glass, and the entire thing shifts and sort of swirls towards you with a surprising speed, and one glowing red eye opens to look at you.
hello?
And it opens its mouth, but like this sort of weird, gurgly, shrieking sound comes out. Nothing recognizable.
I think Harry is going to like direct curiosity towards it.
And you sort of open your mind in it's familiar because you've contacted the child a lot, and you feel your thread of curiosity reach it, and what comes back is just this wave of emotion. It is dark and angry and hatred and pain, so much pain.
Um, Rowan, you're killing me. Uh,
What? I had to have a water bottle to put all this goop in, right?
it's very good.
Thank you.
I think Harry is going to um attempt to offer it some like commiseration, I think.
And as you do that, as you reach out, you hear a voice from the door you just came in, and it goes, "Hey, you're not supposed to be here." And you turn around and you see the blonde-haired Baba there that you reached out to once, that owns this
And I
territory. And he's standing there. He looks very angry. His sort of fists are clenched, and he's in a lab coat.
I think Harry also looks very angry and kind of almost channeling all of the rage and pain that this creature has been feeling. Kind of like morphs into a similar shape to the creature behind it. Behind him, them. Fuck, we're having
Shit.
fun this time around. This is the party. Um, and just like why have you done this?
Helen, what are you raising your hand for?
I want to use my greater telekinesis to shut the door behind them so that they cannot escape.
Hmm. Does that require a roll?
Focus plus 1E, so I think so.
Okay, please do that.
I screwed up the roll on this last time and broke someone's leg, so hopefully it won't be that bad this time.
Well, they were
Oh,
an asshole.
it's a 6 again.
Shit,
I
nice.
love
And you
this
just
dice. This is
reach
my new
out,
favorite dice.
and the door slams shut with an ominous thud. And the figure in the lab coat says, "I don't imagine you'd let me monologue. Do you want to fight? You
No,
can do
we
it."
want you to
I like to
monologue.
understand, so maybe you could monologue.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
I also subscribe to the mad scientists. Like
Yeah,
I'm also
we
I'm
just
on my
let
meds
people
though,
do their thing
but I
here, you
understand the need
know.
to monologue. So
We're not here to stop you from monologuing, babe. Like you
Yeah,
do you.
like if you
No
want
one's
to
gonna
tell us
come for
your
you,
like
baby.
corporation's darkest secrets and your monologue, totally fine with
I'm good
us.
with
We're
that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know,
Wow,
we're
no
just
one's ever let
vibing.
me monologue before. Okay. And he reaches out his hands, and the lab machinery flashes ominously, lighting him up with a reddish glow. And he goes, "You know, there's too much power in this world. Power corrupts. So therefore, we must take it away from everyone in order to truly rebalance the world. And I'm going to do that with my new invention, the inverse magical essence that steals away magic. Together, or really just me, we can make a more equitable world, a fairer world, where people aren't constricted by if they're born with magic or not, where everyone can live without having to worry about the perils of magic, the evils. It shall be a safe world for all.
As a
And then
scientist,
Harry just kind of like raises a hand and goes, slight counterpoint. Your plan's kind of flawed, and here's why.
Helen is going to sit back going, well, I was going to make this
some
argument, but I
notes
really want to hear it, so all right.
and being like, no, see, there's always going to be power imbalances. There's always been power imbalances. The best way to do it is so that, like, you got to make it so that everybody has like a place where they can be free, but they won't impede anybody else's rights to be free. And so, you gotta, and then just starts like breaking down like every single part of this.
Look, I'm here to give my monologue. I'm not here to let you give a monologue. So go fuck yourself. And he reaches out and you feel a field of mushrooms begin to reach out and try to wrap around you. Please roll me a resistance roll to not get
Sure.
entangled.
I think
Wait,
um
can I
roll a
ask a
what?
question real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
It's a field of physical mushrooms that we can see
Yes.
heading towards Harry.
Yes.
And I have
Roll
a
a what?
jar of anti-magic.
No.
I'm sorry.
Remember
You
how
want?
it spreads?
Yeah, I remember. I'm just remembering that I'm holding a nuclear weapon, that's all. Please continue.
Okay.
Oh. So what did you want me to roll against this?
Please do a resistance roll. If you want to avoid it, you can be caught if you want to.
What's a resistance roll again? I'm sorry.
So you roll with either insight, prowess, or resolve, which I think this would be prowess to jump out of the way or insight to sort of
Okay.
predict it.
In any case, it's 4 dice.
Yeah, and you roll that, and you take 6 minus the highest number, and you take that much willpower, and you avoid the bad thing.
That seems like a lot of math. Well, I got a
It
6, a 4, a 5, and a 2.
Will you take no willpower? Congratulations. As you sort of was this with prowess or insight?
Um, it doesn't matter. They're all 4s.
Yeah, and you see it coming and you leap out of the way. Jane, this motherfucker is attacking your friend. What are you doing?
Turn into a mouse and hide. No.
You gotta do what you gotta do, babe. Um,
I'm gonna just ready my axe for chopping some mushrooms if I need to. Uh,
those are my
but
bull.
I see that Harry, you're rolling, jumping, you're getting out of the way.
Yeah. Quick, like, can we take like a step back again? Can you re-describe what the tube looks like, slash if it looks like if I smash the tube open, something in particular will happen?
It kind of sounded like a
um,
Bacta tank.
like a what tank?
A Bacta tank in the Star Wars universe, it's the healing tank that
Okay,
Luke
yeah.
gets put in.
Hmm.
So, but like
Videos
big
Does
of
enough
it
for a
seem
tubes
house
with
like
to be in.
enemies
does
in
it
them.
seem like something that is allowing this creature to maintain a physical form in this world? Or does it look like something that is trapping this creature in this space? Is the question I'm trying to ask here.
I'm not sure you would know that just from like glancing at it.
Clump.
Jane, you were saying something?
I'm just on the ready because Jane's not really a fighter, but she's on standby. Like none of her abilities really allow her to do anything like that.
Okay.
Can, did we do the telepath thing? probably, right?
We consider it almost always on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I think Harry will um be like telepathing to Claudia and Helen and be like, um, guys, can you check out that tank behind me and see if it looks like something that is like containing this creature, or if it looks like something like and making it so that this creature is sustained, or if it looks like it's keeping this creature bound.
Of course I can. Would that be a craft or a study?
And then I'm gonna keep
Mm.
facing off against the Baba.
I think maybe that's a study, but yeah, I'm interested in Harry. What's your next move?
Um, I'm gonna attack him.
Okay, what do you do? What does your attack look like?
Fucking spring at him, I guess. Uh, why
Spring.
not, right? The worst that can happen is something terrible. Um, it's fine. So spring is just one die. I think I'll use my cat roll here.
Of course, for spring.
Yeah, right? Like that just seems right. So that would be a push myself without any cost, right?
Correct.
Okay, then I get 2 dice for this. No, I said 2d6. Eh. Sorry, my
Your random number generator's finding
uh,
you.
it's a 2.
Ooh. Shit,
Better
I
than a
should have
1.
given you. Sorry, I forgot to give you position effect. I feel like this is desperate. Is that acceptable? I'll move it up to risky if you'd like, because I didn't tell you.
Well, cause like I feel like we've kind of got the high ground here, cause like we've got this guy kind of surrounded. So I
True,
think
but you're the
not
only one
control,
actively
but I
fighting
think easy.
him. You're the only one actively fighting him, and he's a lot more powerful than you.
He is? How do we know? I
You
grabbed the
might
compass
not know, but I know.
and dragged it towards me. Like, come on.
The GM just gave you information about the enemy. Take it.
Yep.
I guess that's fair. Cool. Well, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Cool.
Risky or desperate?
Which one's worse? I can't
Like
remember.
I was gonna
That's
say risky,
Desperate. It's worth.
but if he's like that much more powerful than me, it like I don't see how it couldn't be desperate.
fair. Okay.
Although,
Uh,
wait. If I have if Dreg is helping me, because Dreg also has spring. Can
I'm not
I
sure your familiar can help you in the way one of your peers could.
really?
Yeah. Because your familiar is an extension of yourself.
Yeah, but it's like
Well, I'm not sure Drake would be able to offer significant enough help in this situation to warrant another dice.
well,
And
I'm
also,
not
what would
looking
the
for
will? Would
another
you be like
dice.
a willpower?
I'm just looking for this to be like risky instead of desperate. I don't know though.
I'm sorry, I can't see Drake helping you out that much because you're giant and Drake's tiny.
Yeah.
But Dreg is also like fights things and like that's one of the things that because it's a griffin
Yeah.
But
Well,
he's
one
little
and it
thing,
and
like claws at eyes and stuff.
like maybe I could have just ignored Harry's
Like
suggestion
this
to go
isn't a
like
brawl
look
check.
at the
This is a
tube.
prow. This is a spring.
sorry, Claudia, what were you saying?
Maybe I could just ignore what Harry said about like going in the tube because I did say I was on standby. So
Yeah.
like maybe I could
Help.
help in some way.
Oh yeah. How about Jane helps, and that brings yours down from desperate to risky.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Could you spend one willpower, please, Jane?
Yeah.
Thank you. And how do you sort of help protect Harry in this situation?
Um. So Jane, like I said, Jane's not really a fighter, but she is trying to look menacing, I guess, with her axe. Like, and mm, I guess maybe when the most viciousness of the like blow would have hit Harry or whatever, Jane could be like, um, what's that? Over there, just a distraction. Anything to like minimize his like full attention of doing an attack or whatever.
Yeah. Um, Give me a second to process.
Even if it's like carrying him with your axe so that he has to feint another direction or something.
Yeah, like when like the teenagers go like, huh.
Yeah.
Okay, so um, brain just went full stop. Okay, this is fun. So okay, Harry, you're standing there, um, and he saw that the first like sort of mushroom attack didn't work because you sort of easily leapt out of the way, um, and he sort of steps back and he raises his hand, and a sort of scythe made out of bones rises up and comes hurtling towards you, and it looks very sharp. Um,
I thought I was
and if you
attacking him.
you were as you were running towards him, I'm sorry, let me recalibrate. As you were running towards him, you sort of leap towards him with your giant form, and he sort of steps backwards and raises this scythe. Unless you resist, he's going to get you for level 2 harm. Would you like to resist?
No.
All right. And you take the full brunt of the blow, and the scythe slashes across your giant bird-like chest. You are going to take level 2 harm, slashed.
I'm closer to him now.
Yes, you are like straight within melee range.
Okay.
Which, when
Uh,
NPCs don't get their own rolls, so when you attack, that's their chance to retaliate if you roll poorly.
okay. Can I reach forward and like touch the side of his face and do siphon life?
Ooh, yeah. Is that any sort of roll, or what's the description of that?
It's focus plus 0 to 2 E. And it would be 1 E because I'm transferring level 2 harm.
Cool. Alrighty. So, make me that focus roll, please.
This would be a focus roll that I would push myself on, and if somebody could offer me help, that would be. Can I do both of those things?
Yes, you can push yourself and someone can offer help.
Uh, you wanna offer help there, Claudia?
I cannot.
Mm,
I'm checking the tank. I'm not
I,
nearby.
I said Claudia.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
no, no, I'm just kidding.
No. Yeah. Well, that's fine. I can see 2 dice.
Now I'll use another willpower and I guess I'll just kick him in the shin.
Close enough to kick him in the shit. Oh God, hell yeah. Okay, I got a
Ow.
6 of that
That
and 4.
hurts.
That's a lot better.
Hell yeah.
Fuck you,
Um,
dude. You're gonna use mushrooms on me. I'm gonna use mushrooms on you.
so what does that look like as you drain his life
Um,
energy?
so I think that my like mushrooms will start growing like up the side of his face and like into his hairline. and then like down, and then like a trail of mushrooms will mirror the slash on my chest, and then the slash on my
Ooh.
chest will like knit closed.
And he sort of like clutches his chest and sags, but he's still kicking. As the
Yeah.
camera cuts over to Helen, who's gazing over at this giant tube. What are you gonna do?
I'm not just gazing, I'm practically running around this tube to find how is the lid attached? Is there any tubes coming out of the case? Is there like a dial thing on it? Is there anything like a control panel?
So
Um,
what's the? Do you want to know how to alter it, or what's the end goal on this?
I want to know how to open it.
Ah, I see. Give me a study. We're gonna go risky standard. Actually, probably controlled, because they're distracting the dude.
Yeah, they kind of are. 5.
Kind of
5.
distracting the dude.
You got you. Jane's kicking shins, and you're fucking
Throwing mushrooms out of his own chest.
And
yeah.
I'm just running in a direction that's not towards them at all, so they're not paying any attention to me whatsoever.
So you're running circles around it. There seems to be a central sort of feeder filter tube that goes in from the top. But you notice there is a control panel. Problem is it's computerized.
Oh,
Is it?
okay.
So
She's
Well,
if you
also an
could,
unbound witch.
I am an unbound witch, so I can either fry it or I can try to use my cat kit. I don't know if it's not a
But isn't he
mundane
also
lock.
an unbound witch?
yes, he is.
So if there is a
Who
control
uses this
panel
thing?
that is used by an unbound witch, then certainly it can handle me. Because if it can handle him and his obviously stronger powers, then it can handle me pushing a button or two.
Though who says he uses it?
I'm assuming he does because he said it was all him.
We'll
So,
find out.
um, is it like
Hopefully.
a touchpad? Is it like a keypad? What's going on here?
It's sort of a digital touchscreen. There's a couple of icons on it. You think you could figure out how to open this thing?
Okay.
There's some little buttons like symbols that look pretty readable.
All right. And I'm pretty sure that our cat burglar friend explained to us how to figure out how to open a lock with like powder and stuff to figure out what numbers get pushed. So, I'm going to use my free pushing on this.
Mm.
What do you think I would need to do for that? Study?
Well, this is a computerized thing, and you're a witch. So
Yes.
please tell me how you're getting around that.
Um, well, I'm figuring out which buttons got pressed before by using like, I don't know, dust powder blowing on it or something, and which ones are more worn or something. Whatever the cat burglar trained us how to do. And then I'm going to use a pen and push the buttons.
Okay, I'll accept that. Um, yeah, what sort of role do you think this is? I would take study or survey or maybe even craft.
All right, I will take craft because I get
Finesse.
an extra die on that one.
Let's go.
um, a 6, a 5, and a 1. So that's still a 6,
Nice.
though, right?
Yeah, so you
All
sort
right.
of throw the powder on, you can dust it off a little, you can see the little fingerprints, and with a little bit of trial and error, it's like 6, 5, 1, 1. And you are in. You now have control over the test tube, the
Okay.
giant test tube.
There's got to be an open button, and I'm
So, and you press it.
Wait, you don't want to read about it first before just opening it?
well. I'm gonna read about it after I hit the open button.
Let me get
And
my
so
escape moves ready.
No way this could go
um
wrong for us at all.
Harry and Jane. So you're sort of toe to toe with this guy. He sort of sags backwards and he's like, I am done with this. and mushrooms explode outwards and sort of push you guys back. And as you do that, you hear loud sirens start up and red lights begin flashing as the top of the tube begins to recede downwards and fluid starts spilling out onto the ground. What's the plan, Stans?
Is the fluid the
Um,
stuff in the vials, or is it just like
It's the holding stuff or whatever
okay,
the
like the
weird
like
melty
anemic
phoenix
fluid?
is.
I'm
Um,
going to like step back from this guy, like still paying attention to what he's doing. But I'm gonna send a little tendril of like kind of you okay energy to the creature.
Uh, hot take, the creature is very much not okay.
Okay.
Never has been.
Like
that's the
is
thing that never has been that I was
like
counting on.
uh um Harry is about to do a very stupid thing. Harry's gonna run up to the creature.
Okay, you're laughing too hard. We can't hear you.
Harry's gonna pick the creature up.
Right now, you
Isn't
are
it
its
like really
size.
big?
Harry is
Oh,
big right
yeah.
now.
I guess it's the same size then.
This is
I'm going to give
I
you
said
a
it was a very stupid thing.
just gonna give you a forewarning that if you're trying to do this without like protection or anything, this will
Yeah.
legitimately kill you. Because this creature
Okay.
is made out
Um.
of the magic dissolving essence.
Oh, that's what it's made out of? Never mind. Oof. Take that back. Um,
Um, and
I
actually, this
think
presents a bigger threat because as the thing begins to come down, you see the creature's sort of goop begins to slop onto the floor, and you can see, remember back at the in the ocean floor when it dissolved the magical barrier and all the magic around it?
Just one
uh-huh,
drop.
Um,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
it's
Um,
doing that on a
yeah,
bigger
I
scale,
think
and you guys
I
are
think
now in the
Harry
way.
I think Harry's gonna be like, "Hey, Rowan, why'd you do that?"
This guy has been torturing this animal for God knows
Yes,
how
this
long,
animal is acid.
and it's going to be mad at him.
Actually acid.
Yeah.
Yes, but we're still here.
But then we need to leave.
Well, I'm still
Okay.
here too, and he's going to reach out and try to grab at Helen, because you
No.
just released his life's work.
And I'm holding a
Um,
jar of goop. I would like to remind everyone that I'm holding a big blue jar of goop, in fact.
Are you gonna
and
spray
you
this
see a
on me?
line of mushrooms come and try to grab you and lift you up. What do you do?
I threatened him with the goop. I'm not going to actually use it if I can avoid it. If I can avoid it. But I threatened him with the
So
goop.
what do you say or do to threaten him with the goop?
You touch me and I splash this on you.
He's pretty far away. You're sort of out of it, but I
Yeah,
guess you
but
could
it's
splash
going
it
to
on.
hit him, his tentacle bits that are coming at me.
I see. Make me some sort of roll, please. Maybe
I'm
sway or
trying to be commanding,
What does
perhaps.
the rest of this
command.
room look
Perfect.
like?
What?
What does the rest of this room look like? Like, is there a
It's a
good
lab.
point of
It's
egress
my.
from here
Yeah.
that we can, like, is there a good way for us to get out besides that one door?
Uh, 6. Nice. And you see the mushrooms stop straight in their tracks. He clearly doesn't want to be splashed with this shit. As the water starts to rise higher, a way out. So there's the door, which Helen has telekinesis closed. It's pretty damn stuck. Um,
Uh-huh.
There's the
and it's
weird
not like
windows.
locked, it's just stuck. I'm not.
Uh-huh.
There is the weird window. It's pretty small though, actually. Helen might have a hard time getting out without modification.
Um, what does it look like? Can I do like a brawl and try and break it? Like
Yeah.
break the area around it too?
Uh, this is probably going to be limited effect unless you get help from your friends.
Yeah, so I want to get the opening big enough to get Helen through it. That's all I want.
Nice. Yeah, so what's that look like?
So I think I will like put my elbow through it because I'm like bigly right now, and then um like tie something around my arm and like crunch around, and then like expand my arm out until it like breaks the ceiling or whatever.
Nice. And again, this was probably limited unless you get friend help, so I'd like to know
Yeah.
how maybe Helen or Jane are helping out with this effort.
Um,
I think Helen is a little bit preoccupied. Unless
a
you
little
give
bit.
like words of encouragement.
I know
I
exactly what my dimensions are, so I can tell Harry when they don't need to, like, that's enough. I can get out from there.
What about you, Jane?
I think Harry is like crumbling things around, and then I'm also hacking at things.
With the axe?
Yeah.
Nice. So Jane and Harry, could you make me a group roll, please, for Brawl? And I think Harry's leading this.
Yeah.
Okay, I have
Um,
no tick, so that's roll two, take the lowest.
Or you
if
could help, sorry, if
I
you wanted, Jane. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it'd be better if I help, honestly.
yeah.
Okay.
Um, so that would be +1 dice for me.
Yes.
Okay. Um, can I do um can I do a Fey bargain and a um yeah, Harry does not like the Fey, but he likes his friends they like their friends being alive even more. Um,
Understandable.
yeah, so I want to push myself and do a Fey bargain. Is that possible?
I think it's one or the other, but no, fuck it. This is climactic. Let's do it.
Cool, 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 cool. So then I will grab my friends and I will roll 4 dice. 4 dice, so
Oh,
many.
but with Fey Bargains, if you do it, I get to introduce a fun narrative bit.
Yep.
So the Fey Bargain I'm offering you is that, you know the weird Baba dude? He's gonna stay behind and try save his creation, and in that process get fused with it and become a weird, wacky, probably even more powerful but really corrupted sorcerer thing.
Mm.
And the Red Watch will not be after him. I'm good with that.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Okay.
Not gonna do that. I
Just
don't even
not
like the Fae that
make a
much.
Frankenstein.
Fair
Uh,
enough. I think it'd be cool and funny
okay,
though.
cool. I got a 6.
Nice. Yeah,
Um,
so you and the wall just sort of crumbles away into a Helen-sized hole.
yeah, and then I pick up Helen and I pick up uh Jane and I hop the 3 of us out.
Nice.
Push Helen out of the
Um,
Helen-sized hole and then
and you sort of throw yourself out of the window. It's a pretty deep drop.
it's only the second floor, so it's
True.
not
Yeah.
too
So
bad.
maybe your ankle will hurt a little, but it's not gonna like hurt you.
Well,
Um,
I'll like do the roll thing so that it's like less
Parkour.
of a problem.
Yeah.
I'll aim for the
um,
bushes.
and since we're not doing that story beat, I think the Baba is going to throw himself out after you, and lands on a soft bed of mushrooms. Um, and I think at this moment he's a little preoccupied with his entire life's work going down in sludge. So if you guys want to make a getaway,
Um, Part of me really wants to go punitive with this and have and have and give him a taste of his own medicine. Um, and
What
I
do you
think I
intend?
think I'll look at Helen and I'll be like, he has hurt a lot of people. and he would hurt a lot more if he wanted, if given the chance.
Are you asking for the jar? Because I
I
don't
don't
think
want to
that
touch it,
I didn't think you were the
but
kind of person who would ask for the jar.
he needs to be stopped. Thus begins Harry's villain arc.
Ah.
Ba 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 da.
Ba-ba-da.
But like seriously, Harry might consider it. What do you guys say?
Um, in the moment, Helen's perfectly good with mass carnage and, exciting, throw your hands up in the air, evil science. But then afterwards, she has a lot of regret, flavored regret. Um, like, she was perfectly fine throwing the car on that guy and breaking his legs, and then kind of felt bad about it later. So, in the moment, she'd be perfectly okay with you taking the jar of doom. But you know that she would probably feel bad about it later when she's off of her adrenaline high.
So this would probably be a question that would be telepathically aimed at both of you. So Jane, do you have anything to say?
Hmm. Well, as been exemplified, Jane's not much of a fighter or anything like that, so that seems also, if anything, like you pose this question and then Jane would have like the war flashbacks of the wall like getting fucked up. And I'm like, that to a human though? Or like to a being? I don't know. But she would just say, I don't know. And that would be her reasoning. She would just be thinking about what it did to the wall. And kind of afraid of like, how much will it spread? Like, this is a Bob realm, the go in that, and then all these questions, and she'd be like, ah. That's her input.
Like that's true, but also like he's gonna try and get this started again if given the chance.
Is there any way that we can get this to the authorities? Like, there's no way that
He
anyone
works with the
would
Red
be.
Watch.
There's no way that the actual authorities. The Red Watch isn't the police.
So we're gonna what? Drop it at the fucking desk of the order?
No, because the
Or found
fucking order will
witches?
use it too. I'm talking like actual police, like the government.
The
Do you
Red
think
Watch
they care
is
about
a
witches?
governmental
God
branch.
damn. Oh, right.
Like, there's no due process for this.
But can we think of a way to frame him for this?
They don't give a second thought to binding witches, so
This would be worse than binding a witch.
yeah, he wants to do this to us and to all of our kind.
It kills all life. Like, it doesn't matter if it's magical or not, it kills it.
He seemingly does not understand that. You want to sit him down with a PowerPoint?
Don't tempt me. Because I will make a
It's like we can
PowerPoint.
tie him up and throw him in the back of the van and we can subject him to a PowerPoint. I
I
don't have
think
a
he
problem with
needs to
that.
be I think he needs to be framed, well, not framed, but this horrificness needs to be attached to him. This cannot be allowed to just exist.
Like, is there a way to do that where he doesn't, like,
Like, if enough
can't
mundane,
get away from
normal,
it?
non-regular sapes find out about this, they'd be pissed off about it too,
They
because
don't care. They don't care for
it's a
witches.
goddamn nuclear weapon.
Okay, can I suggest a flashback of
Yeah.
a certain type that might offer a solution for framing him?
Okay.
Ooh, what's your flashback, Jane?
But this would has to have agreement from uh, Rowan because Helen would have needed to be the person to have done this because Jane wasn't really there.
Yeah.
But what if you got those files and we did leak that information? As his name, he was so like, what's it called when you're like,
Arrogant?
when yeah, he was so arrogant about it. His name has to be
Like
literally on
monologue?
every single page of all the information that was talked about on this monster thingy.
Yeah,
He
Bryce
was so proud.
Hebron.
He
Yeah.
was so very proud.
Bryce. He seems like a Bryce.
So, like, the flashback would be like Helen got all this information in a USB drive or whatever, and
Sorry, anybody named Bryce in the chat.
and got this information, and then is like, okay, well, like he's fucked now because this is not tied to us at all.
Yeah.
And Red Watch is going to cut him off immediately. What, they're going to take the fall for this guy? He was working underneath their noses.
And he
Okay, are we
monologued.
taking this with us?
Yeah, the USB, like Helen would have got the information. And,
No.
okay.
Are we taking the jar of goop with us?
Oh, that's up to Helen. I don't know.
I'm not letting him keep it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm down for that being a flashback. Could we have it maybe be a 1 willpower flashback?
Who has to pay the willpower?
I would assume Jane, since...
But it's okay that like your character did that.
Yeah, I'm totally cool with that. While I was grabbing all the files, all the stun batons and everything else, I grabbed a bunch of files too when we came into this room. When I was also collecting goo, I was grabbing shit off tables and shoving it in my backpack. We've got plenty to frame this dude on.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
and I think like as like if somebody mentally shakes Harry and is like, "Bro, we don't do that," then it's gonna be pretty easy because that's not what Harry does.
Yeah. When Helen is hesitant
Like I wouldn't
to
feel
use the weapon,
particularly railroaded.
Helen wants to build a death ray, and she's hesitant about using this.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so then that's pretty easy, and we get in our car and we drive away.
Drive off into the sunset with
Full
the
plans of completely
shit
throwing
ton
that
of
guy.
goop leaking out the
Sounds fun.
window behind you.
What? No.
Okay.
It was a whole
They
fucking
touch
being, y'all.
themselves.
It
They
followed
literally
us?
would touch themselves.
It's
Wait.
not foggy, it's just leaking. But
Oh,
okay.
I thought you said it was coming out the window of the car. I was like, oh my god,
No,
we're
sorry, the
fucked.
window of the building.
Oh.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
That'd
was
be
in
funny.
confusion. Okay, I got you.
Alrighty. So, who's going to draw down the moon today?
I think it's my turn.
Well, let's see it.
I was gonna say even if it wasn't, it feels like a Helen.
Yeah.
Needs to be
So this plastic jar is going inside of a pressure cooker, so it's like steel reinforced things, which is going inside of a safe, which is going into the center of the circle. When we're calling down the moon, I'm going to ask Harry to make this go into the underworld and bury it somewhere in there where no one can find it. Like, don't even tell me. Specifically, do not tell me where it is. Can you do that?
Yeah. Can I have the other vial too?
All but one drop, because I do need to test it to make sure to see if I can figure out how to make an antitoxin. Okay, fine, you can get the whole thing. I'm sure there will be plenty in the world now.
Steps into the underworld, finds a quiet place, and like kind of does like funeral rites for the creature that like never got a chance to like really live. Like at the same time as like laying this slime to rest. In like a very like deeply sequestered sort of place that like nobody else would go to. And like grows things over it that will like let Harry know if something happens to it. Or something like that. Comp, if you're saying
We
things,
can't
we
hear
can't
you.
hear you.
Oh, fuck, sorry, I was pressing V instead of C.
Oh no!
Yeah, and you bury it underneath a tree made of bones, and hopefully no one will find it again.
Bone tree.
Bone tree.
And
All right.
moon, draw, circle, do.
Alrighty. Give me your roll for that.
I roll the lowest of my things, which I have 3 in all of them, so that's 3 then, right? A 2, a 6, and a 1.
Alrighty. 2, 6, and 1.
I've
So
been
that's
having
a
a lot of lucks with
6.
6s.
Yeah, y'all have been rolling well tonight. You are going to restore 6 essence and 4 willpower, because you guys got sleep.
Oh,
Yes, there's gonna
hell
be
yeah.
plenty of sleep after this, and also like reinforcing windows and things, and being extra careful
Yeah.
because this guy's probably after us now. And I mean, I can
Um,
understand. He's also a mad
He must have
scientist.
fucking died.
He probably fucking died. I
I mean,
there's a high probability that he did not survive that situation.
if not, he's gonna have the Red Watch. They gotta cover their tracks
Yeah,
somehow,
the
and
Red
he's
Watch
the
is
first
gonna be
one.
on him, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and these
when
files
you
are going
get
to the news.
when you get back to the game store, you find that there is a newspaper article about a weird magical biohazard event and a box of cat-shaped chocolates with a little winky face drawn on the article in chocolate in Sharpie.
Aw,
Chocolate.
I'm gonna find
Chocolate.
I'm gonna find who wrote the article, and I'm gonna send them copies of all the files that we took,
Nice.
with a
Yeah.
copy of the article included, like a photocopy of the article with the winky smiley face on it in in the package, so they think the winky smiley face is for them.
Nice. Though the box of cat-shaped chocolates was totally from Catherine Lemieux.
Yes, and I'm going to enjoy
Aw.
every single one of them that I'm allowed.
Alrighty. Are we? Oh,
Yeah.
are we ready to move into downtime?
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
I have willpower to get back. So I think I'm gonna cause like I think that I'm gonna go and like talk to Redacted about it. And like the shit that went down and being like I it was scary being against somebody with the same powers of me who was like so much more powerful, and I was so afraid of not being able to protect my friends, and then they protected me, but it was still scary, and it like I was still the only one who had the powers to do anything about it, and just like just the whole long story and like all that.
And at the end of it, they give you a hug, and say, "That's really difficult. Thank you for talking to me about it."
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And I think I get +1 die for doing willpower with a member of my support system.
Yeah, if you're consorting with them.
Well, also +1 die to recover willpower.
Oh yeah, shit, nice. Go for that.
How do we recover willpower again?
You are going to roll. I have it pulled up here. The lower of resolve or insight.
It's all fours, baby. Uh, so it's 5d6?
Damn, yeah, go for it. You're fucking relaxing up in this house.
Oh, I got 2 5s, 2 3s, and a 2.
Okay. So
Whatever shall we
you
do?
you are going to restore 2 willpower.
That's all I needed.
Who's up next?
I just want to train my craft. So my insight, I guess. I
What
saw
does that look
a
like?
professional grade lab. I saw what can be done in a professional grade lab. I am upgrading the fuck out of my lab.
Yeah. There was so much cool equipment in there, like, you've got to up your game.
Yes, so it's going to be Helen realizing that there's a whole level of science that she hasn't delved into yet. And biochem is her favorite, and that place was obviously a biochem lab. So yeah, she just goes hog wild, and her apartment is now, it used to be about 50-50 split of place where person lives and lab, and now it's like an 80-20 split lab, place where person sleeps.
Nice. Jane, what are you doing in your downtime?
For my first one, I just gotta point out, I don't know how to change the clocks, but so I finished the disguise kit last time, and I added one to the Adams thing. So I'm gonna go
Good
work on
shit.
defenses again.
Yeah, usually I just delete them and then copy paste in a new clock. So you're gonna
Okay.
work on defenses again?
Yeah. So I believe there's 3 left on that because there's
Alrighty.
one should be filled in that's not filled in yet. Um. So I
What
just
does that
roll.
look like? How are you building them?
I think the last time you did a little test run to see if the goons how susceptible they are to being tricked.
And you've got a 1, so I don't think they're that susceptible. You're
Yeah.
like, hey, there's something over here. And they're like, yeah, fat chance.
Yeah. Well, one clock thing, but I got 3. But
3? Oh, yeah, sorry.
yeah. So this time she's going to. I think she's going to. I don't know if she already did, but she'd go give another status update to the whole, urchin gang. So down like in Betty's house, like, okay, new status update. Adam's back, and there's a whole montage of that.
Nice. And we see you giving a rallying, inspiring speech to the urchins. What sort of role do you think that is?
I already rolled, but I think that would be. I think that's a consort because they're all my buddies.
Yeah.
Um, but I still only roll 1 dice, right? Or do I roll the amount of
I.
dice?
You have. How many do you have in consort?
2.
So I think you roll 2 dice.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna keep that one that I already rolled because that was pretty good. Let's roll another one. Okay. Well, good thing I kept the first one because I got a 5 and a 3.
Nice. Um, and you're like, we're gonna take down Adam. He's back, but we got him one time. Can't get him another. He can't get us another time. And all the urchins are like, yeah. And then he just goes up and he like climbs up to on a desk and then kicks over a lamp and it shatters on the ground. And that sort of kills the energy. But they got the speech. So that's another +2. So you only have 1 more before your defenses are shored up. You're at 7 out of 8.
Okay.
Harry, do you want to go next?
Oh, sorry. I got distracted from life by just staring off into the void. It's normal. I'm so normal. Um how is our fate thing looking right now? Whatever that's called. I can't hear you again.
I was hitting X instead of C.
This is really awkward.
I'm sorry. I pushed to talk.
That's
Give me a second to pull up your Coven sheet.
Oh. Oh, I can do that myself. I should be
It's
a good
loading,
elf.
don't worry. You were at 3 infamy, and I think I'm gonna add another 3, bring you up to 6.
Okay, I want to downgrade some of that, please, and thank
How
you.
does that look like?
I'm gonna do some community things at the fucking soup kitchen that I help out at. Which is a consort, I think.
Yeah. Are you a dishwasher this time? Are you waitressing or waitering or
I
waitexing? Waiting?
I think it's waiting.
Waiting.
I think Harry would actually be like doing the chef thing at least the, at the beginning. And everybody really likes when. Well, I hope everybody really likes when Harry does that.
What does Harry make?
Soup like the same kind of soup that they make for like drawing down the moon. Just like a really hearty kind of like homey kind of soup that's just like you taste it and it is like comfort personified.
Nice.
And I got a 6, so
Oh,
that's what it is.
hell yeah. So I
So,
think we're gonna take off 3
yeah.
infamy.
Oh hell yeah.
Get back that. That is such a cute cat, Claudia. Holy shit.
No, it's Aiden. He,
Hello,
Is
Eden.
is it the white cat? I missed it.
No, there were tiny
no,
orangey paws.
yeah, he has his little socks. I love his socks. Aiden's a ginger cat. He's a big boy.
Yeah,
And then
and
there's my little cat.
Harry, you make a big ol' thing of soup, and everyone fucking loves it. Like your soup's the talk of the town.
Hell yeah. Oh.
Um, Helen, what do you want to do for your next downtime?
I have a clock that is Helen figures out the basics of binding. She feels like this is much more important than it used to be. So it's a much higher priority for her. And now that she has her lab all set up all nice and sparkly the way she wants it, she's going to start practicing and trying to understand how one binds by using magic.
I see. So she's doing like little experiments, and
Yes, she's playing with the science.
what sort of role do you think this is?
I'm hoping it's craft.
I'll take craft.
All right, because that's what I just put the tick in because I went up. So yeah. Oh, I'm so happy that I keep rolling sixes tonight, especially when
Nice.
it's a
So
six, a one, and a three.
hell yeah. So you get another 3 ticks in that, and is that done? I would have to pull up the actual fucking
One, two,
drive.
three. No, I have three more ticks to get the basics of binding figured out.
Got it. So you're now at 5.
Yeah.
Cool. You have a very productive experimentation session. Like Harry brings you carrot sticks, and Jane, what would you stop in for?
Mm, probably to poke everything, not be helpful. I walk around as a cat. If anything is aesthetically, uh, like visual motivation, because cats motivate me.
Occasionally, I might like absent-mindedly pet you while I'm stirring something. I'm like, oh God, sorry, I forgot you were human or
Jane doesn't
humanoid.
say anything.
She's good.
This is just normal friend affection, okay?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not weird
Normalized
unless you make
normal
it weird.
friend
yeah,
affection.
but
Uh,
there is a point where it's weird, and then it's not weird anymore, and it's just normal.
Mhm.
Because if there's a kitty, you gotta pet it.
You gotta pet the kitty.
Yeah.
Jane, what are you doing for your last downtime action?
For the last one, I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna do a community service and get some more karma.
Nice.
And for my community service, I will. I think a fun thing to do would be like New York has Central Park. Like at Central Park, Jane will have a class just like free, like just show up to sign up um, for bird watching and identifying in Central Park. And it's just a community thing, have fun. do like a free service and learn more about birds and like nature.
Yeah. What sort of role do you think this is?
I'm gonna, well, sway doesn't have to be enemies. It can just be people I don't know. So I think maybe sway, for like how effective she is at like communicating to people who aren't her necessarily her friends.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Give it a roll.
Okay, ugh. Didn't roll too good. 3 is my max.
All right, so that's going to be 1 tick. Yeah, you hold the class. You meet some cool new people. Like there's 2 sort of older gentlemen, a couple who come by and sit on the bench and hold hands as they're sort of looking through the bird manual. There's a group of middle schoolers who insist on loudly exclaiming, "Wow, that's a robin! That's a robin! That's a robin!" None of them are robins.
They're all
Please.
pigeons.
Pretty much.
A very enthusiastic dog sprints through sort of the mass of people at one point, but it's a good time.
Nice.
Cool. And
Not
I
not
think
to help at all. I think Harry is just there, like not to help, but just to
To
just
take the class.
cause even more chaos.
Jane doesn't question it.
yeah. Alrighty. So, does anyone want to spend some Fey fruit to get an extra downtime action, or are we moving into XP?
I'm good.
How would we do on karma?
I think Jane gets karma, 1 karma. Helen, I think gets 3 karma.
Wait, why does Helen
I
get
but
karma?
Like
I
I need
don't think
to
I'm
add
using
3
karma.
karma to my character sheet.
I don't think I'm using karma in this game.
Okay.
I don't.
Oh, okay. No, I meant the thing that we were just coming back from. The thing that me and Claudia just did community service for.
Oh, infamy. Yeah. You're now at 2
Infamy.
infamy.
I don't know how words work. I'm sorry.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, doesn't
How
it
are we?
bring, yeah, it brings down infamy and brings up your karma, right?
Yes, but I don't believe I'm going to use karma in this game.
Okay.
That's fair.
Well, it's just going to be my personal, I'm looking at it like, yeah, Jane
Your
has high
personal
No,
karma.
but I was
stash.
I was wondering how we like how we're doing on infamy.
Oh, you have 1 infamy, and actually, I do need to roll that. Let me see. That is a 3. Let me check if that does anything. Okay. You got a 3, so there is no event today. Woo. It says I should foreshadow one, but I don't feel like it.
That's extremely fair, my darling.
You
That's a
know, we
fun
have a
event.
little camera montage, and it cuts to the surveillance cameras around the city and the increased presence of Red Watch after the incident, and you know they're looking for people. And we cut to XP.
All
But
right.
they fucked that up themselves. Like, bitch.
They did, but they're mad about it.
Well, that's their own damn fault. They shouldn't have been messing with things.
If there's
Anyway,
one thing that bureaucracy is good at, it's pointing the finger.
yeah. No, I was wondering if like it would be worthwhile for me to do another round of community service, is what I was asking.
Oh, you have 2, so that's not a whole lot. You could do it if you wanted to, like, completely clear it, but it's your choice.
Oh, can I actually train insight?
Yeah, totally. Spend a Fey fruit. What does that look like?
Um, I think that I think that Harry is gonna like actually be helping out Helen in the lab a little bit. And like working on like learning how to study a little bit and like how to do like the scientific process on like doing experimentation and stuff, and also low-key checking and making sure that Helen didn't hold anything back when he took the slime.
You learn more from your mistakes than you do from when you get it right.
Okay.
How foreboding.
Do I roll something or do I just get one more pip in my insight?
One more pip.
Okay. Works for me.
Alrighty, let's move on to XP. Who wants to go first?
I can, I guess, since we're all rushing to it. Um, so, for each risky or desperate action, didn't do that. Each session mark one attribute or Grammar XP for the below. Adjust a challenge with an artifact you created. Did I? Yes, yes,
Yeah,
we
use your
paid off the Phoenix. That was with an artifact I created. And
Hell
with
yeah.
calculation, I believe I was very calculating when I figured out how to open the thingy, the tube bit. Um, expressed your heritage, disposition, aspect, or beliefs. She was definitely impulsive because I don't think other people would release a creature created of anti magic. Just, you know, other people would have thought it through a little bit more ahead of time, perhaps. Um, and the magician is all about transmutation, and there was definitely a lot of that I feel going on with the releasing of an anti-magic beast into the universe. So I think I'm at 4 because I didn't receive issues with my trauma, casting style, or harm.
Sweet.
I
I
Alrighty, Jane or Harry, which one of you?
go next, I guess. So I got I addressed a tough challenge with underworld knowledge and wisdom. So that's 2. And then um the other one is sorry. I was looking at it and then I got distracted. Expressed your heritage, disposition, aspects, or beliefs. So heritage definitely with all the mushroomy stuff. And then I think my aspect also because like the whole um like wanting to or I don't know if it would be justice or nurturing. But like talking to the creature and trying to like see if there was a way for me to ease its pain. But anyway, that's 4.
And
Um,
Hello, Snowball.
huh?
Luna. There's Luna's tail
Luna.
in the camera. Um,
Okay. Ooh, I have another pip in survey now. Hell yeah. And then okay. Oh, I'm so close. Okay, cool. I'm
and
done.
Jane.
okay, for me, many forms. So you change into that dude. Familiar assistant. Use Sweet Pea Drone. Um, heritage, disposition, or beliefs. Adaptable. I think came in handy, especially with the changing into that guy. Wheel of Fortune. Um, playing somewhat of a role in not murderizing that guy and potentially unleashing a nuclear bomb and making ground zero. I'm gonna go with 4 because I didn't get hurt or anything.
Cool. Well, I think that is the end of our episode of the Itty Bitty Kitty Committee. I don't know why I say that way. Thank you everyone for watching.
Comp, do you have an
Um,
announcement before we exit to the viewers?
uh,
Oh,
yeah, fuck. think we're going on hiatus again.
yeah.
Because fun life things. It'll
Yeah.
probably last till the end of the summer, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
But in
so
that time, take a look over at Rowan Report's YouTube channel and catch up on the stuff that we had before. And I'm gonna work on making thumbnails and we'll see about other things to maybe make things smoother and nicer.
Hell yeah. I could actually maybe write us a theme song. We'll see.
Yeah.
That
we'll
could be
see.
cool.
Yeah, it could be nice to have
And
a little time.
if it's all right with y'all, I'm going to raid my friend Shanna, because they are streaming right now. So I figure why not?
Hell yeah. Well, I'm gonna head out, but y'all have a good time on stream.
All right.
Bye.
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 Okay, it has raided.
How does rating work?
Yeah, I also don't know how rating works.
Me neither. Wait, are we still fucking on the thing or hell?